So for today, we're going to be looking at the, hold on. So for today, we're going to be looking at the last discipline set for the Hunters. If you guys don't know, we already reviewed So for today, we're going to be looking at the last discipline set for the Hunters. If you guys don't know, we've already done the review video and the shader rated. They're both right here. You guys can check it out. Definitely check them out because I do think they are worth looking at because there are some very different things about the armor sets compared to the, what's it called? The tech set. To be fair though, it's very minimal, and I know some people are going to be like, it's so minimal that it's not worth doing review video, but I decided to do it just because I know some people might have been like, oh, you didn't do the last discipline, and I really did not want to hear that. So remember guys, I've already done the Discord's already up, so you guys can go up there, showcase some fashion, do whatever you really want, because again, it is up, and I already have 2, 4, 6. I have like 6 or 7 people that have already joined, so make sure you join so that way we can have more people and we can start doing some more cool stuff. But for the meantime, if you guys like the video, like, comment, subscribe. Really does help because a huge portion of people are actually not subscribed. So if you can do me a favor, like, comment, sub, hit the bell notification because that also does help. Other than that, let's get into it. So to start off, here is the first set, the chest piece, last discipline vest. And for the other pieces, it's going to be Omnioculus mask with the Renegade hood, so that way it can just be a scarf, hardened Basilisk leg guards, and then the Caliban's hand with the nucleosynthetic sheath, Shaderized Continuum alloy. And I think the set looks really cool. A very minimal, like, soul. Like, this definitely gives me like a, like he's a Vanguard agent for sure. More so on like the quiet side. So if you wanted to make him like more tactical, you could just make him all black. The only problem with that is this helmet has a purple glow that's not going to be changing anytime soon, which is very annoying. Combine that with the nucleosynthetic that has this glow here that doesn't change color as well, then you will understand why I decided not to do that, because Omnioculus, here it does change color. Unfortunately, it's still purple. It's just depending on what shader you use, it will turn it off or very much make it dim, because you can still see the purple there. So you just have to be aware of what shader you use. Because I really wanted to use this one, but look at that, it's like a purple red, like a ruby red. So yeah, I decided to with this one because it at least turns it white, which is not offensive at all, and realistically there is a glow here as well, so that's another reason why I chose that. So I genuinely do like this set. If you were to ask me, like, first and foremost, I don't have the hardened leg guards because I didn't play during that season. What would you do differently? Probably something like this would be a lot better, just because it has more plate armor down there, so it equalizes the plate armor up here. So in that case, you definitely want some pieces that would do that. This is a seasonal one as well. You could do something like this as well. I decided against it because the texture on the stomach's very different to this one. This is more like a padded texture rather than like a more leather texture, which is, I know some people are gonna be like, that is such a that's such a like small thing, and I know for sure, but that it would still bug me nonetheless. You can do something like this as well. Just be aware that the blue lines don't change color. I'm trying to think, like, what you really could do. You could do something like this. I probably wouldn't do it, but you could if you really wanted to, because it doesn't look bad by any means. But I would want to like stick with the leather texture, just because I do think it looks better. This is literally it goes with the chest piece. So no, don't choose this one. You can choose this one if you wanted. You know what? I don't hate this. Like, I really don't hate this. It looks pretty decent with it. There's another one though. This one right here. No. Close though. Kind of close in my opinion. It still has that leather texture, which is kind of what you want to hold. At least to me, that's what I want to hold towards. Because it does look really, really cool with it. But unfortunately, I just don't think there's anything that I'm like gonna be okay. So what about this one? This one would probably be the closest one, even though it does have that snake pattern. Yeah, unfortunately, I think just this one's the best one because it does keep that texture there, and it also is darker than usual, so that's just gonna look better overall. Yeah, because I think this one would also be the best one, like aside from the actual best one. This one is Pathfinder's leg guards, which is going to be annoying because this is from Season of the Wish, if I remember. No, Season of Defiance? I don't remember. Probably the Wish one. No, this is Wish. Pretty. Let me know in the comments below. I don't remember, but I think this one would just look way better. If you have it, definitely utilize it. If you don't, unfortunately, there's just some limited options for you. As for the next set, we're going to be utilizing the 8,000 ornament for the Frosties, and we're going to be utilizing the Last Discipline mask with the Last Discipline cloak. Other pieces are going to be the Crystal Cream vest with the Siegebreaker grips, and obviously I'm going for a Mountaineer slash snow soldier type of thing, which is kind of like really cool. Actually, it looks really, really good. So I think Siegebreaker grips with the Crystal Cream vest is always going to be a good combination. Now, here's the unfortunate part. The arms are part of a season pass. Fortunately, though, or unfortunately, I don't remember how it looked. Let's see right here. So this is the base look of it. If I remember correctly, this white does not change color. So let's just, yeah, it does not change color. I don't think that's the biggest problem here, though, because I do think it still looks pretty decent. The only problem piece is the fact that I think this right here takes off colorings, which is a little weird. No, I don't think that's the issue. Okay, so it just takes a different coloring than everything else. I don't think this is a bad choice, though. I think this Hold Fast grips I think are still a good choice. If you have the Siege, wait, what happened? Siege Break. Did I call it Siege Breaker? I tend to do that for the Siege Break set just because Siege Breaker just sounds cooler in my head, but the Siege Break grips are just going to be the better choice because not only does it have that white there, but I genuinely like this right here, and it just shaders a little bit better than the Siege, or not Siege Break, the Hold Fast set. So that will be the only piece that is a season pass. The other pieces, the Crystal Cream is from Europa. These two are from PvP right now. And then this ornament, I think you can get in the store now. So shader-wise, Arctic Dreamscape is going to be a shader that might be problematic because this is from a shader or from a thing that you don't even have access to anymore. But 801 does sell it occasionally. So if I remember correctly, she might. I don't even remember. But either way, this is the one I came up with. I really, really like it because the Crystal Cream vest has some like of this yellow orange that goes well with this screen. There we go. Because it has the same coloring. So like overall, I think this one's genuinely like badass. Probably the best one here so far. But let me know what your thoughts about it is. As for the next set, we're going to be utilizing the Foe Tracer with the War Painted Ornament, the Forbidden Visage Grips, Diamondborn Vest, obviously that Last Discipline Strides, and then the Covert Ranger Cloak. So this one's an interesting thing because I genuinely love this one, and it surprised me because I genuinely don't like the boots a lot. Like this set really, really surprised me, and what really started it was the Diamondborn Vest. I think the Diamondborn Vest is what brings this set together, in my opinion. The Forbidden Visage Grips is also a good choice because I didn't want anything super like thin, because the boots are really not thin and the chest piece is really not thin either. So some of you might have seen the Diamondborn and Forbidden Visage combo. I've done it before in the past, and I think this one came out really cool. Now granted, I really, really wanted to use this shader again, the Arctic Dreamscape. I am just not the biggest fan of that orange right there. So if anything, I could have just done something like this or this. Actually, that one came out a little bit better. So I could have done something like this, but I didn't really want to fight that. And not only that, I like the fact that Dreaming Spectrum has like a really dark like blue right here, which goes well with pretty much everything cloth wise. So the other thing is Forbidden Visage does have this blue tree here that doesn't change color, which is why, again, I went with a blue rather than what I wanted to go, which was more of a tactical coloring. So I genuinely think this one's really cool as well, just because it goes so well together. It's hard to say which one's my favorite now. I think this one's really cool. The second one's also really cool though. So it's just like, I genuinely don't know which one to choose at this point, but let me know what you guys think. And then we get to my actual favorite, which is going to be the Astrosides for the Stompies, the Last Discipline Arms, Mask of the Anointed for the helmet, Veteran Legend Vest for the chest piece, and then First Ascent Cloak. This one's genuinely my favorite, and it's not even close. Shader is different here. Hold on, give me 1 second. This one right here. No wonder it looked different. So yeah, this genuinely is my favorite. It looks really, really cool, and I'm really surprised of just how much I'm using Mask of the Anointed, because I've used it in this set and I've used it in what's it called? Hold on. This one, the multi-cell set, which is crazy. So yeah, shader wise, Continuum Alloy is just a shader that I really like, but you could also do some other shaders that it's going to look really cool as well. Just be aware that the yellow things here on the Stompies don't change color. Other than that, everything pretty much just changes colors. And yeah, not a lot to talk about for this one. Is it the best Astro Side set that I've made? Probably not. As much as I love this set, I still think I made a lot better sets with the Astrocytes, specifically one that I'm thinking about, which is like how I view my hunter when they're using the Astrocytes, because I have the Astrocytes and the retreads. These two have some of my favorite Stompies fashion that I've ever made, and these two specifically are the ones that I view my hunter, like how I view them. And hopefully in the future, I'll actually have my model be showcased. I'm going to have someone draw the model up with the armor and actually have the model in the channel. So I'm going to do that for all my classes. But yeah, hunters, let me know what you guys think. I'm really genuinely happy with the armor set. Like, I do think the Last Discipline set is way better than the Tech Sec armor set, because the Last Discipline set has some really cool pieces, and it has a lot more better glows than the other one. So that's kind of like where my head is at for that. But let me know what you guys think, hunters. I had a lot of fun. Remember that the Discord is up, so if you want to showcase some of your Last Discipline sets, let me know in the comments below, and then showcase that in the Discord as well. But appreciate y'all. Be safe. I'll see you guys later.